Hi Stampers, and welcome to the November Video Kit Club. I can't believe it's November and the holidays are upon us, but I'm using Paul the Polar Bear this month with dimensional glue and flocking. And he's so soft, it's one of those cards that everybody's just going to want to feel. So let's get started. In your kit you're going to receive Paul and the Warm Winter Wishes for your stamps. And on your white cardstock panel, what I did was I just laid the stamps down in the position where I wanted them, and I put the stamps a little bit more off to the left-hand side because I want room for the snowflake up at the top. And then I just picked them up with my acrylic block. And then you want to use a StazOn ink or permanent ink. If you use a dye ink, the moisture from the glue can make the ink run. So you want to make sure it's a permanent ink. So go ahead and ink up your stamp. And go ahead and stamp him down on your cardstock. Okay. And then you're going to use a blue marker. I'm using light crockery blue. It's B93 from Copic. And you're just going to go ahead and touch the shadows underneath him. And the shadows are already drawn, so you're just kind of like highlighting and going over that. That just gives the shadows a little bit of color. Okay, now for the dimensional glue. You're going to get the dimensional glue in your kit, and when you first open it, you need to cut the very tip of it off, and you just want to cut the tip of it off, and then unscrew it, and there's a protective paper in here to keep it from drying out. Remove that also, and then you're ready to go. Now when you're starting with the polar bear, the dimensional glue is going to dry with the shape that you put it down on, and it's going to go on pretty thick, and it's going to take overnight to dry. So we want to start, I like to start in the middle and kind of work my way out. You want to just gently squeeze. You don't want to over squeeze and blot it out. But go ahead and start in the middle, and you can kind of pull the color around while you're gently pushing. You want to leave his nose open and his eyes. You want to go around his eyes and just kind of go ahead and work the glue around. It doesn't come out really fast, so just a gentle squeeze and moving it around works well. And then when you get done with the face, you can use a toothpick and kind of drag your color or the glue down around on either side of his nose and around his eyes a little bit better. You have a little bit more control with the toothpick. Okay, then I'm just going to go ahead and completely cover the bear with the glue. And again, I'm putting it on pretty thick, and it is going to take a while to dry, but that gives us the dimensional look of the bear as well. And it will dry so you can see the white lines and the image of the bear through it. Okay, so I'm done with my glue, and now I'm going to put him on a coffee filter. And in your kit you'll get the Snow White flocking, and you're just going to go ahead and dump it on the bear. And I like to just gently tap the cardstock around and cover him and cover up all the glue. Make sure you get all the edges. And then when you're done, you can gently, gently, gently press the flocking into the glue. You don't want to smash it in because then you're going to flatten the glue. And you don't want to flatten it. You want to leave it dimensional. So just gently press it around. And you can even let it just sit there, and then more of it will soak into the glue and make it even fuzzier. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave that and let it set to dry. And you know that I already have another one that I've done. This one I did a little bit ago, so it's still wet. Your paper will kind of wrinkle when it's wet, but when it's dry it'll flatten out. So you want to go ahead, and then when you're done, what I did, this one shows it better. When the whole bear was dry, I went ahead and I went back over the eyes, and I put the dimensional glue over the eyes and the nose, and it just kind of darkened it and gave it a glossy nose, so it's shiny. And then if it's not black enough, you can go back with a Sharpie and just kind of color over it, and it'll stick to the glue, and it'll make it more defined. So that's it for the bear. And then in your kit, you'll also receive a piece of mirror cardstock. Now on this card, I had a border punch, so I used the border punch on the bottom side. I did leave the mirror cardstock cut a little bit longer to allow for that. So if you have one and want to use it, go ahead. If you don't, then you'll want to trim your mirror cardstock to 3 1/4 inches so that the bear will just go ahead and mount on the cardstock then. And I am using 1/2 inch double-sided tape, the Terrific tape. Okay, so there he is mounted on the mirror cardstock. You'll receive 2 snowflakes, and you're going to peel off the one side to reveal the sticker on your snowflake. And in your kit, you'll receive crystal ice glitter. So you'll want to just go ahead and dump that on there and rub it around to cover the sticker. This makes a pretty glittered accent piece on the card. Okay. And then to assemble your card, you'll get the blue cardstock in your kit. And you want to start with your snowflake up here in the corner, and it's going to go off of your paper some. And you can just use any adhesive. Since I've got the dimensional glue here, I thought I would just go ahead and use that. You don't want to put too much on though. I like to use my fingers too, even to spread it around some. And go ahead and put your snowflake down. And then you're going to adhere your polar bear. And then we're going to go ahead and put this down here, covering up some of the larger snowflake. And then you're going to go ahead and adhere your smaller snowflake on top of that. And then in your kit you will receive some buttons. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in the center of that one and stick my button down there. And there you go. You can go ahead and take a pair of scissors and trim your snowflake. Excuse me. And that's your finished card. And here it is, all dry, so you can see Paul the polar bear. Really cute card. I hope you enjoy using the flocking. It's a fun, soft card, and I will see you again next month. So happy stamping. Bye-bye.